This full moon is all about pushing through blocks and any kind of stagnant energy to help with self-empowerment and movement forward. This could bring up a lot of frustrations and fears and anxieties. So it's incredibly important, if you are feeling those, to give yourself some extra love and kindness. And the more that you take action, the better you will feel. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your June full moon reading. This is going to be around lessons that you're learning right now, or the main lesson, and moving through. Okay. For Sagittarius, June full moon. What is the main lesson being learned right now for Sagittarius for the June full moon? What is the main lesson? Interesting. So I'm not taking these. Okay, June full moon. Oh, this actually feels quite beautiful. You're learning the stability in calm. It feels like going from quietness, actually not even from quietness, it feels like experiencing quietness. It could even be the in-between stage, as I like to call it, where it's like after a whole bunch of stuff has changed and now you're just processing, and it's like the hermit stage before the new beginnings start. So I really love that the beginnings is here, but with this, it feels like this is something that you are learning for the majority of you, and for a small handful of you, something that you have learned, and you notice that it's kind of like, I feel repeating cycles with this, but like in the best ways, in the most peaceful ways. It's like, okay, so I know that when I flow from this lesson, this difficult phase, that it's okay to just take that pause and that time that I need for myself to self-care and regenerate and re-energize, and then I can move towards new beginnings. And I could do it in a peaceful way. It doesn't have to be so heavy and hard. It doesn't have to be so chaotic. It doesn't have to be so emotionally draining and difficult to move from the end of something into the beginning of something new. It's like learning how to hone in on that in-between stage in a very peaceful way. And that's the lesson that you're learning right now. This is absolutely beautiful. And I keep on getting with this card more information. It's like not running away from that time that you need, that in-between time. It's like, okay, here I am again, my friend. I am going to use this time to rest and to sleep. And then when I am ready, I'm going to move through this. and I'm getting even more information with this. Like I see this figure right here just giving themselves over to the moon. And it feels like that. It's like, okay, here I am. I'm in this phase. I go into it willingly. I go into it lovingly. I trust the process. I trust the steps. I trust where I'm at, and all is good. Beautiful. So let's see what area of life this lesson is impacting or being held or part of. What area of life for Sagittarius is this lesson being learnt at this time for this full moon in June? Full moon in June for Sagittarius. Full moon in June for Sagittarius. Also, this full moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. So you could be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. Any of the tops. Sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, maybe even Jupiter. Kind of feeling a little bit of Jupiter. Power and acceptance. Oh, I love this. The power and acceptance. It feels very much so like finding peace in that in-between. Knowing that all is well. Like, look at the peace card. All is well. You're in a bubble of protection and you're creating it. You're in a bubble of calm and peace and tranquility, and you are creating it. You're not letting anything bother you or scare you. This is what you are learning, what you're learning to do. It very much so feels like what area of life. It can feel like with challenges, because the elephant removes obstacles to create its own path. The elephant spirit animal is incredible, and elephants are incredibly intelligent and loving and family oriented and kind and compassionate and very fierce. They remove obstacles to create their own path. And it's very like power. It feels like in a way that they're not scared to clear what they need to clear. And they're moving through. And they're journeying forward with open arms, not knowing where they're going. This person's not looking ahead. They're looking up. They're trusting the universe. This person isn't even seeing. Their eyes are covered. This person has their eyes closed. So it's very much so an intuitive journey. So wherever that there may have been challenges, or you have gone through challenges, and then you're going from like going through the challenge, and it's that in-between stage before or while the lesson is being learned or integrated, it feels more like processed. Whatever needs to be released, release. And learning to trust that process to move forward. This is really beautiful. I'm really happy for you, Saggies. So what is the challenge for Sagittarius with this? Because this feels really good. So I'm like, okay, so what is the challenge? This is the major lesson that's being learnt right now. And what a beautiful lesson to learn with the Sagittarius full moon in June energy. What is the challenge? What is the challenge? What is the challenge, please? Okay. And I'm actually feeling this deck of cards. What is the challenge for Sagittarius with this lesson, please? What is the challenge for Sagittarius with this lesson, please? Woo. I have crystals, these feathers. And then we have love, choice, and trust. Trust. Purity, learning to trust yourself, to go inwards. To go inwards. And just like winter, things might not be moving very quickly like how they do in the summer, where everything kind of comes alive and we get very busy. Things might quiet down because we still have like the winter right here, but then it's like the new beginning. When you're ready, you move forward to that summer and things will get busy again. Sorry, that's my stove. Stove is singing. I love that it's singing as I'm talking about moving into this, and it's like such a happy little tune that it plays. But yeah, moving into that summer where things get busy again. So what is the challenge? We have the Knight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. With the Knight of Swords, I feel that fearlessness. And it's almost like... So with the Knight of Swords energy that I'm feeling from this, it feels like somebody who's a little bit more impatient, like a little bit of an impatient energy. And it's like, okay, so I'm here and I'm done with this. I want to go to here. And it's like learning to find peace with the journey. So you might be really letting go of or seeing your impulsivity, your impulsiveness, and like your fear of taking time, the time that you need to move through to your new beginnings. Because this doesn't feel like something that happens in 2 days. This feels like something that happens over a duration of time. Removing obstacles, like if the elephant comes across something that's, you know, like a part of wherever they live, the jungle or wherever, where there's a lot of things to remove, it takes time. And then once they're done removing all of that, they need a break. They need to replenish. They need to drink the drinks. They need to eat the eats. Rest, play, have fun, bring joy into their life before they get back to work. But it feels like jumping from the quietness to the getting back to work, the quietness, getting back to the busy, you might be fighting yourself on when you just need a little bit of time and to find peace in that time and to hone in on the strength of creating your own peace, of creating trust in the journey that you are moving towards. And then the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's going to be wanting to jump from here to here quicker. And for others, it's going to be wanting to stay here before going here. Because with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like somebody who's like bringing themselves in and self-protecting and scared of the new beginnings. and might like the quietness, which if that is the case, maybe you just need to be there a little bit longer to move through that fear. So it's okay. It's all good. But it does feel like the opposite of somebody who wants to jump ahead. It feels like somebody who is scared to move forward. And then we have the Ace of Feathers, which is the Ace of Swords, and we have the Nine of Crystals, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And for this to be the challenge, it's interesting with the goat. I just get like the energy of like somebody who's mastering the mountain, their mountain, and kind of like jumping all around the mountain. It's like, okay, I know this mountain, I'm here, and I conquered it. But then when somebody comes to the mountain or comes onto the mountain, I just see it like punching it off the mountain with its words. Get off my mountain. A little bit of Capricorn energy here. It's really interesting. So that could be the Four of Pentacles, like staying there and not letting anybody in and not wanting to get out. So the words on here, the keywords are mental clarity and foundation. I just feel that with the foundation. Like I've created this foundation. I'm here. I did the work. Now everything is quiet and peaceful. And I really like that it's quiet and peaceful. And I don't want it to go away. I don't want to go into the new lessons. I don't want to go into, you know, more complications. I like this in between stage. I kind of just want to stay here. I don't want anybody to come in and wreck my peace. It doesn't necessarily feel bad. It just feels a little bit stubborn. And with the Nine of Crystals, this Nine of Pentacles, it's somebody who is independent and self-sufficient, who's worked really hard to create what it is that they are wanting to create, that's worked really hard at their stability, their finances, themselves, their value, the world that they have around them. And to allow others to come in, that might be a little bit of a challenge for you. And that could be part of what this lesson is about. It's like, okay, so here's where, you know, it's quiet. You found peace. It's that calm down. And it's like having a hard time moving through to the new beginnings. Or nervous about it. It feels more nervous. It feels more nervous. Maybe not even fearful, more nervous. So what can help them? Ooh, thank you. We got King of Shells and Two of Crystals. Harmony and integrity. King of Shells, it's interesting. I actually feel like the King of Shells is the energy that you hold and that you can hone in on. It feels incredibly strong and loving. And it feels like for some of you, whatever situation that you're going through that really disrupted your peace, that you worked really hard to create your peace now, one that is within yourself and the universe, you'd be surprised at how that harmony that you create within yourself ripples out around you and how you attract that towards you. And we got the Two of Crystals, the balance and adaptability. Sagittarius is adaptable. So whatever situation moving forward, when you move through this door, create that balance within self, that peacefulness, that harmony, and trust the universe, and all will be okay. Oh, no. Okay, Sag, that's what I have for you for this reading. If you want to continue on, I am including a video at the end, or like an extension at the end, of an energy clearing prayer, mantra, saying whatever word works for you. I just call it an energy clearing. It can be incredibly helpful. I use it for myself every day. It is part of my energetic self-care routine, and I just wanted to share it with those who are open to receive. Okay, Saggies, that is it. I look forward to seeing you next time. So much love to you. Bye for now. I lovingly and gratefully call upon Archangel Michael. 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 I ask you, please, Archangel Michael, to cut, clear, and remove any and all energies, energy cords, or energy attachments from anyone or anything, and to send it lovingly back to the original owners. And if it cannot go there for their highest good, then for it to be placed somewhere safe within the universe, where it cannot do any harm or be safely transmuted into light and love. I ask you, please, Archangel Michael, to cut, clear, and remove any and all energies, energy cords, or energy attachments or vibrations from anyone or anything, and to send it lovingly back to the original owners. And if it cannot go there for their highest good, then for it to be placed somewhere safe within the universe, where it can do no harm or be safely transmuted into light and love. I ask you, please, Archangel Michael, to cut, clear, and remove any and all energies, energy cords, or energy attachments from anyone or anything, and to send it lovingly back to the original owners. And if it cannot go there for their highest good, then for it to be placed somewhere safe within the universe, where it could do no harm or be safely transmuted into light and love. I ask you, please, Archangel Michael, for this to be for anybody who watches this video at any time that they feel the need to call upon you to help clear their energies. I thank you so much, Archangel Michael. I love you.